NXT TakeOver 30. They grow up so fast. I remember NXT TakeOver 6 when it got its first bike and crashed it into a hedge. We celebrate 30 takeovers this Saturday, so let's take a look at the entire card and hit up some predictions. Now, there is no punishment for TakeOver. It's never a punishment watching the NXT pay-per-views. They're always really, really good. So no punishment for the loser in this one. It's just a bit of fun. You can watch along live on the Cultaholic YouTube channel. Adam Pacitti will be doing live reactions to NXT TakeOver 30 as the show goes on. Join us over there. But for now, let's get cracking with the proverbial knacking with your NXT TakeOver 30 predictions. On the kickoff show, we have a triple threat #1 contenders tag team match. Legado del Fantasma members Joaquin, Wilde and Raul Mendoza taking on Oney, Lorcan and Burch taking on Breezango. And I think this match goes to the Brit and Brawlers. They've had some great singles action over the last weeks or months. We saw Oney Lorcan taking Thatcher to the limit in wrestling matches in Thatcher's Thatch Can style. We have seen Burch take Karrion Kross to the limit, the #1 contender of all people. And I feel like they're pitching them up to get a big win in tag team action because the Brit and Brawlers versus Imperium, it feels nice. It feels nice in here. Feels nice in here.
Oh, an NXT TakeOver pre-show match? Don't mind if I do, Paul. I'm taking Oney Lorcan and Burch on this one, simply because Breezango, they've had their go at the NXT tag titles. They won that #1 contenders match a little while ago, and then they came up short, which is a shame because I think Breezango are great, and they feel different to almost everything on NXT. NXT, for the most part, is quite a serious wrestling show. And with the exception of like Breezango, Robert Stone is often very funny as well, and Shotzi, and a lovely little tank. Breezango, they stand out, and it's a nice bit of comic relief, but they're not going to do it here. As for Legado del Fantasma, something about them just not clicking for me. They're great wrestlers, but I don't think they're doing it here, which is why I'm going for Oney Lorcan and Burch. And out of those three teams, I actually think the match which will be set up is going to be the best with Lorcan and Burch. So, throw them up.
So, first of all, the big pre-show match, and apologies if you can hear any music pumping through from outside, because the office, our neighbouring office next door, the bigger boys, the lads we don't really know, they're having a bit of a party. They're proper getting down, and in true party fashion, this is like my third take and I've done that dance every time. In true party fashion, I'm predicting Breezango to take the pre-show tag match because Oney Lorcan and Burch, I don't think we're really doing much at the moment. They could always pull out a victory from nowhere, I suppose. Then obviously you've got Escobar's boys. I think originally I was going to predict them, but now I think it's more likely that Breezango will pick up a win, infuriating Escobar, and it'll lead to the further shenanigans down the line. It's Party Central.
The NXT North American Championship will be decided in a ladder match. Cameron Grimes, Bronson Reed, Velveteen Dream, Damian Priest and Johnny Gargano. Quite a flavourful match, this one. But rising above Flavour Town is going to be Cameron Grimes. Has to be Grimes for me. There have been some stories in this match that I think would make people worthy of this belt. Bronson Reed being one of them. Watching him rise through the ranks has been amazing. But I think there's more fun in the chase for Bronson Reed than the catch. And who better to be the man doing the leading of the chase than the man who's going to take the belt straight to the moon in Cameron Grimes.
Oh, there's a lot of talent in this match. Right, I'm just going to run down the participants one by one and then give you my final pick at the end. It's a predictions video. That's how it works. The good thing, of course, about a ladder match is that nobody needs to look weak in defeat. Nobody's getting pinned, nobody's tapping out. So you just need to take a big sick bump, bro, and get written out of the match. And you're grand still. It doesn't matter that much. So, Bronson Reed first. He's the big boy. He's tremendously impressive, but he's the one who is going to get written out of the match, basically. Everybody's going to gang up on him because he's the big boy. He's going to get pushed off a ladder through a bajillion tables, and that's him done for the match. But he'll look great, and we'll all love him because he's just taken a massive sick bump. Next, Cameron Grimes, who I really like. I don't like him, and that's why he's so good. He's a thoroughly detestable man. He's very, very good at his job. but I don't want to see him with the gold around his waist. Would I be surprised if it happened? Not tremendously, but I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Johnny Gargano up next. He's done it before. He doesn't need this. He doesn't need this. Hopefully he's okay after last night's NXT. That was very, very scary. But just go in there, Johnny. Do some cool moves. Make everyone else look brilliant. And then go away. Velveteen Dream shouldn't really be in this match given the circumstances. I don't think he's winning. It would be tone deaf of WWE to have him win this one. So expect it to happen. No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Which leaves one man, Damian Priest. And I didn't like him to begin with. It wasn't working for me at all. I just thought, okay, he is very, very generic. Like, he looks impressive and he's all right in the ring and everything, but he's just got better and better and better. And now is the time to put a strap on him. And that's what they're going to do. There's my pick.
The ladder match. Right, let's have a look who we got here. We got Bronson Reed, big bad Bronson Reed. He stood tall this week on NXT. Possibly a sign that he's not going to win. We've got Damian Priest, we've got Cameron Grimes, and we've got two more established names in Jonathan Gargano and Velveteen Dream. I'm going to go for Bronson Reed. I know that he stood tall, and that means he's probably not going to win. But I'm going to do another one of my Mystic Jack predictions. Remember when I correctly predicted the finish of Shirai versus Flair versus Rhea Ripley? I can see Bronson Reed with a massive splash off the top of a ladder onto somebody before scampering back up to pick up the victory. I think he's going to bloody do it. I think he's going to win that North American title. I'm a bit concerned because I feel like a heel might win. But no, I'm going to stick with the thick boy himself, Bronson Reed. And I reckon he's in with a decent chance.
The NXT Women's Championship is on the line. It is Dakota Kai challenging Io Shirai. Dakota Kai, possibly the biggest match of her career. I think it'll be the best match of her career as well, but I don't think she's winning the title. I think Io Shirai is doing some great work as the NXT Women's Championship. I think undoing some of the harm that the reign of Charlotte had on this belt. So I'm very happy to see Shirai keep the belt. And I think she will continue to hold the belt for a good long while. They'll have a great match, but it belongs to Io Shirai.
Dakota Kai is a ridiculously talented performer. I think she's great, and I think she's a future NXT Women's Champion. However, I don't think she's going to become champion on Saturday night, unfortunately. The great thing about the NXT TakeOver 30 card is that there are only 4 matches on the main portion of the card. So every match is going to get a decent amount of time to tell its story. And this one is going to be a barn burner. And the biggest reason for that, I think, is because this match is so important to Dakota Kai. She's going to go all out. I think Io and her are going to have surprisingly brilliant chemistry. This is going to be a brilliant, brilliant match, and I can't wait to see it. But Dakota's not winning here. This is too early for Io to drop the title. She shouldn't be dropping it here. So long may Io reign.
The easiest prediction of the night for me is the women's title match, Io Shirai, who will be the winner of the match, versus Dakota Kai. I just really can't see Dakota winning so relatively soon into Io Shirai's title reign. Yes, I see Dakota Kai as a potential future NXT Women's Champion. I would love for herself and her old rival and friend Tegan Nox to feud over the belt in the future, but right now, I think it's still Io's time. And I think even with Raquel Gonzalez in Dakota Kai's corner to back her up, I still think Io's got enough to pick up the win. I'm pretty confident in this one. As I say, it's the one that I think is the easiest prediction of all of them. Party Central. Just wanted to do that dance again to see how it was going on camera. I can see myself, and I'm giving it about a 4 out of 10, maybe less. It's not gone as well as... And I practiced that before this video as well. I thought I was going to shock the world with my sweet moves, and it's not really gone as I'd hoped.
Adam Cole goes one-on-one with Pat McAfee. A match born out of a discussion on height on a YouTube show. I think this one belongs to Adam Cole here. I think that it'll be a good showing for Pat McAfee. I think that he'll get some good licks in there, but I think Adam Cole overall winning this. I don't think this is the end of Cole versus Pat, though. I think Cole is winning this match. And then I think there's some shenanigans on the horizon involving Pat McAfee. We'll talk about that another time. But for now, I'm predicting Adam Cole to win at TakeOver.
I wasn't into this to start. I think at the beginning, some of the work shoot stuff was really good. Some of it not so good, in large part due to the acting. But I'm getting into it a bit more now. Simply because I don't know what to expect. I think this is the hardest match of the night to predict. Because I don't know what's going to happen. Like, my brain tells me, and my heart tells me, that Adam Cole is a wrestler, and he should win. But Triple H is blabbing on about the fact that Pat McAfee is bringing all of these eyes to the product because he's got such a large following and people want to see what he can do. I think he might super heel it up here and use the old punt and pick up a win. Like, I can imagine him just punting Adam Cole in the Ghoulies time and time again until one of them pops and then he just wins with a sneaky roll-up or something. I've given this so much thought and I still don't have an answer, as you can tell. I'm taking Adam Cole because that is what should happen, because he's a wrestler. But I don't know. Adam Cole, go on, baby.
The match that I'm perhaps most looking forward to, Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee. I mean, what's going to happen? I don't honestly know. But one thing I feel quite safe in predicting is that Adam Cole is probably going to win. Yes, Pat McAfee's bigger than him, but Adam Cole's, you know, a professional wrestler, and I feel like he's going to take Pat to school for a bit in the early stages. Pat's going to come back and surprise him a little bit with his athletic ability, probably boots him in the balls at some point behind the referee's back, and then Adam Cole will recover and get the win. I can't see Adam Cole losing to Pat unless Vince has stomped down to NXT and had a word and, you know, said he's much taller, he's got to get the victory. But I think that Adam Cole probably has this in the bag. I just don't think it's as comfortable a ride as he might be expecting in kayfabe, because in real life they know already who's going to win. It's all predetermined. They're actually friends in real life, and they're probably working this match out as we speak. What on earth was that? Something's going down outside. The party's turned nasty. There's wrenches clanging. And let's move on to the next prediction.
And the NXT Championship is on the line in the main event. Keith Lee defends against Karrion Kross. And I am the guy that forever will preach to you to not forget about Keith. But I don't think Keith is leaving with this belt. I have a feeling that this is the night of Karrion Kross becoming the NXT champion. There is a clear vision on screen of Kross becoming the top dog in NXT. And there's also rumblings that he is the guy that people like Triple H have got their eye on and they've got big plans for. So for him to become fast-tracked to the NXT title via Keith Lee feels like what's going to happen. I think Keith will end up moving up to either Raw or SmackDown, though. I think we're coming to the end of the Keith Lee time in NXT, and I think he'll move to Raw or SmackDown. But in order to do that, he's got to lose the gold. Karrion Kross to win the NXT title at TakeOver. I feel a bit sick saying that.
I don't know what to do here. Because neither man should lose, should they? Karrion Kross has just popped up in NXT, he's been here for no time at all, and now he's getting a bloody world title match. Keith Lee just had a spectacular moment, both belts in the air, he relinquishes one of them. Imagine if he drops the big one after no time at all. So who wins? I have absolutely no idea. NXT tend to like clean finishes, so I think that's probably what we'll get here. But this might be the time to do a screwy finish or to do a double count out or something. I have no idea. I really have no idea. I'm going for Keith Lee because it would be such a shame for him to drop the world title after no time at all. But as a heel, what a move for bloody Karrion Kross to dethrone him and get that belt. I don't know. It's a coin toss. It's a Keith toss. Keith Lee. I'm going Keith Lee. They've got to do some big bump. They've got to do some crazy bump. Even after the ladder match earlier in the night, they've got to do something even more crazy than that. Keith Lee just, boom, shoves him into oblivion. He just goes flying, tumbling through the atmosphere. I'm blabbing on. Keith Lee. I'm choosing Keith. Go on.
And finally, the NXT Championship match between Keith Lee and Karrion Kross. Now, this is a head versus heart situation for me. I would love it if Keith Lee beat him. But I think my head's saying that Karrion Kross is going to win. So that's my prediction, Karrion Kross to become the new NXT champion. I walked past Karrion Kross in Las Vegas during AEW weekend. He wasn't part of, the show, but he was there because loads of wrestlers were just milling about. And I walked past him in Caesar's Palace. And oh my God, he's terrifying. He's terrifying. I've seen Keith Lee in the flesh as well. He's a big boy. But Karrion Kross is scary, man. So treating this as if it was a real fight, I'm going to go for Karrion Kross because I was more scared of him than I was lovely big Keith. Really, I think this match is coming along at the wrong time. I think the Karrion Kross's push should have been delayed a bit with some feuds against other dangerous guys, but guys that he could have beaten, but not for the belt, and work his way up to finally take the title from Keith Lee once Keith had more of an established reign. Now I think that this match is a bit of a lose-lose situation. If Keith loses, his reign's over and it's sad. If Karrion Kross loses, what was this push for? All for kind of nothing, really. I'm going for Karrion Kross. I think by the end of the night, he will be our new NXT champion.
So those are your predictions for NXT TakeOver 30. Join Adam Pacitti live on the Cultaholic YouTube channel Saturday nights, and he'll be reacting live to TakeOver along with yourself. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the Cultaholic YouTube channel to get the old notification when that bad boy is happening. Enjoy NXT TakeOver 30. Speak to you soon. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.